It's perfect. Well, guys, as you know, I'm Sherrie Lee. So I'm currently studying Bachelor of Nursing. So currently in my third year, as most of you will know. So I've been a student ambassador since April last year. So I think it was the first recruitment that came through. So a little bit about me. I finished school in Year 10, did a WISP program to get into university. Because obviously I needed to prove how smart I was to get into university. And then enrolled in the Bachelor of Nursing in 2010, and then here I am today. So university, I suppose, has been very good to me in a good way.
It's been very good to us.
Thank you. So I find that a student ambassador marries very well to my nursing degree. As a nurse, I guess you've got to be a good communicator, talk to a wide range of people as well. So things like this, you know, I was a bad public speaker when I started, but the ambassador program shoved me into these positions and I've had to basically sink or swim. But no, it's been fantastic. So working as a student ambassador has definitely helped, you know, in my professional role, and I'm taking these skills on in my nursing career a bit later on. So as in my nursing degree, I'm required to start to think about postgraduate positions now. So writing speeches, you know, having the opportunity to send my resume cover letter to people in the university helps as well. So recently I've completed my second last placement. So I was at the Rockhampton Mater Hospital. So this placement, I suppose, ignited my passion to be a midwife because I was on the women's unit there. So I suppose learning a bit about our health degrees and things like that has helped me in my career direction of where I want to go. I've said that bit. So the reason why I've chosen CQUni University as my study, my university, is mainly because of convenience. I live in Yeppoon, had no intention whatsoever of going to university when I finished school, which is why I finished in Year 10. Year 11 and 12 I didn't want to do agriculture, maths, English, science. I just wanted to get a job. So yeah, basically I found nursing, and yeah, it's basically been the best thing that's ever happened to me. So overview of being a student ambassador. So the ambassador program, as Samara's probably said to you, gets you positively involved in the university. I took on the position to be a positive role model to future students. So, you know, going to events, talking to you guys now gives you a bit of a direction as to, you know, what the program is, our programs, and get people thinking about their career. So I've attended, over the past year and a bit, I've attended many expos. So you have the opportunity to travel as a student ambassador. So I've been to the TX Expo at Brisbane, Agro and Emerald, attending open days, done school visits, and recently was Beef Week here in Rockhampton. I know you were there as well, and Shannon was there. So basically the school visits, you know, again, presentations, getting to know your university, doing tours and things like that. So attending events, fantastic opportunity itself. However, there's also highlights. So travelling to Brisbane, I've never ever been to Brisbane before, which is quite scary for some people. They're like, how can you not been to Brisbane? But yeah, so it's given me a bit of a travel experience, getting to see all these places. So promoting university to prospective students, there's a feeling of satisfaction there. You know, a little bit of a stepping stone to making people be who they want to be. So you may only give them a brochure. You may only tell them, you know, the real, what happens as a nurse. Like, they might say to you, oh, is the nursing program, you know, is it just about sharing people? Or, you know, I don't want to do that. And you're like, no, it's so much more. And you being that nursing student or that engineering student or, you know, that science student, you get to talk from your perspective. So presenting is a skill that everyone, I guess, has some fear about, no matter how confident you are. You know, as you probably see, the paper's shaking right here, right now. But I suppose it's, oh, thanks. But I suppose it's the way, you know, you're picking your audience and you're speaking to your audience. You're not speaking over them. So if you're presenting to a bunch of Year 10 students, you're not going to be talking about their postgraduate positions. You know, they're wanting to know about, you know, the WIS program, what happens in their first year. I've often got the question about tours, you know, oh, is university all about parties? And I'm like, yes, their first week of orientation week is parties, but then after that, you know, you're expected to pass your subjects. You're paying all this money, so, you know, you want to pass. And they're like, oh. And we're like, well, it's university. So every person will get something different out of the ambassador program. So obviously I'm very career driven, so I'm very involved in the university, supposed to gain as many skills as I can before I graduate. Everyone else is probably, you know, in it for the money or, you know, the same thing, I don't know. But, you know, whether it's building your public speaking skills, learning more about your university, little things like time management and communication skills, they never go astray. But as with everything, there's a lot of hard work, you know, but things like this, you know, being a postgraduate position, everyone's going to know who Sherrie Lee is, hopefully, so I might get a job. But yeah, it's very rewarding and I love every minute of it. So, and some of you may have seen me, I work in the office here at Building 37. So I've had the opportunity asked by Suzanne to work 3 days a week. So I've lovely take on that position. So I kind of see myself as a bit of a part-time employee kind of thing. So applying for the program, working, say, an hour a week, 3 hours a week has now expanded to this position, and it's just, yeah, it's wonderful. So there's many tips, you know, I suppose that I could give you, but probably the most is in relation to talking to people. I'm very much, whether it's the nursing profession, I don't know, but I talk to people. I don't want to make myself out to be anything better than you guys. So that's one big thing, you know, try and just be you. Try and, at events and things like that, try and answer the questions to the best of your ability. If you don't give anyone a false answer. You know, in the back of these guides is always a website and a contact number. So if you don't know, just direct people to those sort of avenues. Everything is on the website. They can ring the Student Contact Centre and speak to someone in person who'll be able to give them, you know, in the right direction as well. When you're presenting, so I don't know what you guys will be doing, but when, you know, you might be asked to do the nursing activity presentation or the engineering activity presentation, and I find that getting them engaged, you know, I suppose at school they just get information overload, they get everything drummed into them. But if you sort of take the time and relate what you're talking about to them, so you might get a question like, why did they choose maybe what do they want to do at university? They'll say, I don't know, I'm only in year 10. And you're like, well, what do you like to do? What does your mum or dad do? You know, things like that. Get them thinking along them lines. So something that relates to them. And yeah, that's about it. But basically, you know, enjoy the job that you've been given. Fantastic opportunity. Take it by the, you know, the reins. And yeah, hope to be working with you. That's it.